The two examined elements for English language are fiction and non-fiction. So students study and then are examined on short extracts from texts, and they have to talk about how the writer uses language to create certain impacts or effects. So what is it that the writer wants us to think, feel or believe at this stage in the text? There's also an element of fiction writing, so a lovely piece of creative writing prompted by a picture, and again we do lots of work building up vocabulary, various sentence types, sparkling punctuation to get to a point where students can have a really good piece of work that they can produce at the end of that. And then the other element is non-fiction, which is very similar, except in the reading part students have two texts and they're asked to compare how the writers use language to produce the impact. So to look at the specific word choice and to say how the writer creates the impact on the reader. The second qualification is English literature, and we've chosen the texts here which we think will appeal to young people, things that they'll be interested in, ideas and themes and characters that they won't mind spending 2.5 years with. So we study Romeo and Juliet as our Shakespeare text, which has ideas about rushing into things, the kinds of advice that you get from people, love, revenge, lots of fighting in that, which we really enjoy. And we study A Christmas Carol and a play, An Inspector Calls. And both of these look at very interesting social issues. So Dickens writing in Victorian England in A Christmas Carol, and J.B. Priestley writing just at the end of the Second World War, when both of these writers are looking at how the gap can be closed between the rich and the poor. And the final element of the English literature course is that we study power and conflict poetry. And we're looking at the ways that writers express their ideas about power, how people use power, the power of nature, powerlessness, and also the conflict. So sometimes the conflict within a person, conflict about their identity, or actual conflict in some war poetry. So there's lots there to interest people. We really love the texts that we've chosen, and we try to pass that passion on to the students as well. I hope you found that really helpful.